which is crazy. How are we 9 days into March already? For those of you who were at the Area Manager Retreat this weekend, I hope you had a blast. And for those of you who don't know what that is, or, oh my gosh, this is incredible, I want to be there next year, you guys can absolutely be there next year. So all you have to do is rise in your business and grow. And you guys, it was absolutely amazing. And I'd love to have Angelina share a little bit with you about that in a second. But it was so much fun. You guys were on fire. And I do have to share something with you really quick. March 16th of last year was the day that I made the decision to go nation. And it was already 2 weeks into the month. And it's only March 9th. So you guys, if you are ready to rise up and you're ready to grow and become the person you can become, you have so much time in March, but you don't have a lot of time. You got to start now and decide and run with it and go for it. So I'm going to jump into some announcements really quickly. And then we have an incredible training with Angelina, who is an amazing NVP, soon to be ENVP, very dear friend at my house, of my life. And so I'm going to talk about GTC really quickly. So GTC is our global training conference, because we have a lot of new consultants on the call tonight. So every year, one time a year, we get together as a whole world and we go to MGM, and there's 16,000 of us in the stadium, and we learn all the new products for the year. We learn all kinds of stuff about how to work our business. You are filled up like crazy. We have team dinners and gifts, and it's the best training you can get. And you guys, it's so much fun. So if you're brand new to the business, or even if you're not, you need to get on the wait list immediately. Waitlist spots will be opening up, so you do have a chance, but you have to get on the wait list. The wait list is free. All you have to do is log in on your account and then go to events, and then go to Arbonne Events and Conferences, scroll down to GTC and register for the wait list. So go ahead and do that tonight as soon as you can, because the wait list goes in order. So however fast you sign up, when spots open, then that's how quickly you'll be able to go. So make sure you jump on that and do that tonight. Okay, second thing, there is a virtual that you can join, but you guys, I'm just going to tell you what, being there in person is 100,000 times different than being there virtually. Being there in person is life-changing, and every person I've ever known in Arbonne has gone to GTC, and they are the ones that rise up. I've honestly never known anybody who's gone VP and all the way to the top without going to GTC and missing GTC. So that's one. Number two, we have a fun incentive every single month. So for those of you who are new, you can actually earn a Kendra Scott jewelry item for sponsoring the most people direct to you. The minimum is 10. So if you guys really love to work for carrots and really love to win fun stuff, especially jewelry, if you sponsor 10 new either consultants or preferred clients direct to you each month, you have a chance to win a Kendra Scott jewelry item, which is really great. Okay, number three, there's a bunch of Arbonne specials out right now, and Sarah's going to be talking about them in a little bit, so I'm going to let her answer those. But if you have any questions after Sarah is chatting, go back to our Facebook page and you'll see the specials there, and you can comment, ask questions there, and also to your upline. There is a special call coming up. This is number 4. Special call coming up with Coach Jerry. And Coach Jerry is an incredible guy, and I totally forgot to write down the date, but if you go to our team page, you'll see it, and I'll repost it later. But if you sponsored a new consultant in the month of February or March, or if you are a new consultant in the month of February or March, you get to be on this incredible, amazing, life-changing call. And the number 5, AIT. You guys, every single year, if you're new, we have a chance to earn a vacation to somewhere in the world. And this year, it is the Bahamas. So this year, if you're brand new, if you signed up literally today, you can earn a trip to the Bahamas. You have to sign up for AIT, and all of your points from now until the end of May will go towards that trip. Even if you don't earn the trip, you guys, if you're brand new and you didn't end up earning the trip the next couple of months, there's still a suitcase and a super cute carry-on bag if you register and go for it and make that be part of your carrot too and work towards that goal. We're always want to make sure we're growing, and so it's really fun to be going for things that are going to help us grow. Okay, 2 more things. Second to last thing, for those of you who are on my team, you already know this, but every single year in January, I put on a promotion for the whole year where you can earn a Louis Vuitton bag. Okay. So there's many of you that are new. So many of you are new. We have a lot of new consultants. So if you are like, oh my gosh, wait, what? Check out our team page. But how you do it is you have to sponsor and promote 6 district managers in the year and over 100 new for the year, which is on average about 8 per month. So if you're super consistent and you're really serious about sponsoring and promoting people, you can get and earn a Louis Vuitton bag from me at the end of the year. So I just want to give you that heads up now so that you can focus on doing it for the rest of the year. And then last thing before we have Angelina chat, we have an incentive lifestyle photo shoot we're going to do this month and next. So this month, if you sponsor 10 new, and out of those 10, a minimum of 2 new consultants, then you do the same next month. So 10 new, minimum 2 consultants. You're going to have a photo shoot with us and all the other people who earn it. So all the VPs and people who earn, with lifestyle pictures of you in the kitchen, on cute like little things outside. We're going to do a whole photo shoot that you can use for your Instagram or your Facebook. And it's going to be super fun. So you guys, you know, if you're focusing on building, you're focusing on growing, you're going to get the photo shoot, you're going to get Jerry's call, you're going to get AIT, you're going to get the Louis Vuitton, and you're probably going to get Kendra. So just get in that mindset of sponsoring new and getting on that train of always doing the same thing and hitting the repeat. So with that, I'm really excited about this training that Angelina Altishin is going to be sharing, because she's going to be sharing with you what we call the funnel, and how do we talk to people? Where do we start? And how do we move them through the process so that they can become an Arbonne consultant, preferred client, or even someone who refers? So I love Angelina. She's one of my absolute best friends. She just trained on this at the Area Manager Retreat, and it was so helpful and so precise and clean that we asked her to train tonight, and she said yes. So Angelina, will you please take it away?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, I want to just say that you guys are more than sideline sisters to me. You are family. I was there when you guys were going to Nation. Do you guys remember at, it wasn't Christy's house. It was Christy's friend's house. What was her name? She's probably on the call. So we were there, we were clanging pots. Do you remember that? We were clanging pots, we were sending out text messages. So I feel like, you know, we did this together, and I got to see something really incredible. And you know what, like the super best part was that when Christy and I were walking the stage at GTC, because our name, it was alphabetical. I was an A and she was a C. We got to walk right next to each other the entire time. That was so cool. So who are you going to walk the stage with? You know, it's, you know, who you're building right now, who's coming into the business right now. These are the next national vice presidents at Arbonne. So get excited. I watched Christy come up. I remember seeing her as a district manager at our group meetings, as an area manager. I couldn't believe the shoes she could afford. I mean, it was ridiculous. And then when she got to region with Ruth, and then I was like, shit, I gotta hurry. So that, you know, I've been in it for 6 years, and I've known Christy for 6 years, but I really got to know Christy over the last year because we're sidelining together and working our businesses so closely. So you guys, I want to chat with you about funnel training, and I want to share with you a graphic, and we're going to start just kind of looking at what funnel training is. So I want you to imagine actually a funnel, right? I want you to think of a funnel, because the top of the funnel is the most important part of this funnel. And then it's going to work our way down, and then we're going to work our way back up. But I want you to think about everything as, what is the most important thing about this prospect in front of me right now? So let's talk about the top of the funnel. You can draw this on a piece of paper, or Christy, I'll send you this graphic. The very top of the funnel is the most important part, and it's lead with the business. Why is that the most important part? Because if you product sample someone, or they're not going to switch their skincare line, or they're not interested in doing a 30-day, they're probably not going to join you in the business either. So you want to start from the top of the funnel, and then settle for the next best, then settle for the next best, then settle for the next best. So why is the business opportunity so important? It's because that's where we're going to duplicate ourselves. That's where we're going to find our runners. That's where we're going to start leveraging ourselves. This is where our numbers start growing faster. So when you think about leading with the business, it's as simple as, here, I'll stretch it a little bit more for you guys to see. So group presentations are the fastest way to get in front of as many people as possible. And to me, it doesn't matter what type of group presentation it is. It doesn't matter if it's via Zoom. As long as the business is being discussed by 2 or more people, girlfriend, you're having a group event and you're at the top of the funnel. So I don't even want you to stress out on a full-on Discover Arbonne presentation. I coach my teams on covering 4 categories: the business, the products, network marketing, and the compensation plan. And they don't even have to know everything about those 4 quadrants. They just have to have one fact, one feeling about it. So for example, a fact or a feeling about the business would be, hey, you know what? Arbonne's been around 40 years. I totally love that because I want to build in a company that I know is going to pay me for the next 20 years, right? So that's a fact and a feeling. So another fact and a feeling from, let's say, products is like, hey, this RE9 eye cream has really cool orange stem cell technology. That's a fact. But my feeling would be, but ever since I started using it, I noticed my lines started lightening and even the dark circles around my eyes started going away. One fact, one feeling, 4 quadrants, 2 or more people, you're in a group presentation, you are working at the top of the funnel. Congratulations. You're on your way to talking to 30 or 40 people a month. And when you do that, when you're in group presentation activity, those 30 or 40 new faces hearing about the opportunity first, then the products, you will most likely produce about 8 new PCs, which will get you that Louis Vuitton purse at the end of the year, and 2 new runners that will say, yeah, I want to learn more about building a business. So just by working at the top of the funnel, just by asking people to take a look at the business, you are going to grow your business exponentially. But what if they say, hey, here's how you're going to invite someone. Let me just share that with you. So it would be like, hey, I thought of you, Christy, because you're so outgoing. You just mentioned that you're no longer at your job. I think you would be amazing at what I do. I would love to grab a cup of coffee with you, see if this is a fit. If not, totally fine. At least you'll know what I'm doing. And I still think you would be amazing at it. So that would be leading with the business at all times. I want to preface that you also want to look for those group presentations. And any form that you can do it is so, so vitally important. So the next thing would be hosting a workshop. So if they say to you, shoot, I can't meet you for a one-on-one. I really don't have time to sit with you on a third-party validation call or learn more about the business, then it would be like, hey, I completely understand. Would you be willing to help me out and just get a few friends together? So now what you're looking at is going down to the next level and asking that prospect to host a workshop for you. This is money in the bank for you, because if they host a presentation for you, if they're doing a healthy happy hour, a wellness Wednesday, Taco Tuesday, RE9 mini facial, whatever it is that they're hosting for you at their house, they are inviting friends. And when we do any group presentation, what do? We start at the top of the funnel, right? Hey guys, so glad you're here. My little story. This is Arbonne. Fact and feeling. Throughout the presentation, you are in the top. You are working at the top of the funnel, even when someone's hosting a workshop for you. Do you see how that works? So let's say they say, you know what, Angelina, I actually don't have any time to get any friends together. I really want to support you in your business, but it's just I'm really in overwhelm. We're remodeling the house. Not a problem. I totally get it. I'm taking them down a little bit further in that funnel. And this is where I'm going to invite them to one of my own. Hey girl, no problem. I totally get it. If I invited you to the one I'm having at my house on Thursday, 6 o'clock, would you be able to come? How did I know I was having one Thursday at 6 o'clock? Because I already wrote it in my calendar. You should already, the first of every month, you should have 1 to 2, depends on like how serious you are about the business, but 1 to 2 presentations that you can do at your home that you can invite people to when you're working at the top of the funnel and they say they can't host. The next stop, if you want to go right down that funnel, it's inviting them to one of your own. Super simple, because honestly, it's just making them a shake, putting on some eye cream for them, listening to them, talking about what the business first through your own testimonial, and don't get crazy. It's not scary. It's just, girl, I think you would be amazing. And even if you said the exact same thing that was at the top of this funnel slide, I thought of you because I think you would be amazing at this business. I'd love to just share a little bit more about what we're doing and how we're exploding, because this could really give you what you're looking for. So that is, again, I'm taking every prospect. It doesn't matter where I'm working them. My goal is to take them back to the top of the funnel and then work them down again. I love it. It's a game. And I like to spend most of my time at the top of the funnel. I feel like if I'm getting low into my funnel, I'm disappointed, frankly. But let's say they tell me, you know what, Angelina, I can't come to your house. We're leaving on vacation. That's why we're getting the house remodeled. Not a problem. Not a problem. How about this? It's totally fine. I'm still looking to grab some, well, I don't like the word I'm not crazy about feedback. So, hey girl, I totally get it. I would still love for you to try our products. I'd love to bring you some to try. And then that way you can tell me what you liked best. I think saying the word feedback in my experience is just asking them to find something negative. So I want to take that right off the table. And if I could change anything about the slide, it would be change that word feedback to, I'd love to learn what you liked best. I'm going to drop some products off at your house. I'm going to drop some products off at your office. Let's meet for a coffee. I'll give you some products to sample or to demo, because you can either demo with an RE9 kit. And if you demo with a nutrition, my recommendation is to put that nutrition in something that makes you go back to have to pick it up. For example, you can use the green bags or put the nutrition in a shaker cup with a fizz stick, some fit shoes, anything that you're like, here it is, and I'm coming back in a few days to find out what you like best, right? So when you're there for the product pickup, we call that a results approach. It's where you're actually giving a demo kit. And it's psychologically going to impact your business so much more, instead of just giving them a fizz stick or a detox tea and hope that they try it and then try and catch them, 7 to 10 times on text messages to find out if they liked it. And that's not where you want to spend your time. It's exhausting. It's mentally frustrating. And you wouldn't want someone reaching out to you that many times either. So whenever you're going to give a sample, do it in a way that makes you go back and retrieve some type of a container from them. Okay, that would be my recommendation. Now, what happens? You're picking up your sample set from this person. And what are you going to do? You're going to ask them what they liked best, and they're usually going to give you some type of a positive response. And then this is where, if let's say, for example, Angelina, I loved the skincare set you let me demo. I did see a difference in my skin, but I don't have any money right now. Things are really bad for me. And that's when I go, not a problem. Take them right back up to the top of the funnel. It's funny you should say that, because not only are these products amazing, but there's a business opportunity here. And I'd love to just share with you what that is. What am I? At the top of the funnel. Now she's like more interested. If she's not jumping into the business with me right then, I'm taking her to, how about we do this? You're not ready to jump in on the business. I totally get it. Why don't you host a workshop? Get some few people together. Like, time's gone by, 3 or 4 days. If she's really interested, she'll host a workshop if she wants at a Starbucks. Don't get caught up in everyone else's excuses. They are just what we call smoke screen objections. Did I tell you I was in real estate for 20 years and sales was my thing? Okay, so I know all about hard sales, and we're not going to be doing that. But I want you to identify what is actually happening. And you're getting what they call a smokescreen objection. And you're only getting that because you haven't given them enough information. And the reason you haven't given them enough information is because you haven't asked enough qualifying questions. So whenever you're finding yourself with a smokescreen objection, this is where you want to go, okay, Angelina, red flag here, start asking more questions. Right? And as you start asking questions, then it's going to lead you back down to the funnel. Okay, you can't host a workshop. How about you come to the one I'm having next week? Since last week didn't work, how about you come to the one I'm having next week? Right? And then you're just going up and down the funnel. My recommendation is to stay right here at the top, because this, if I could put little dollar signs, there would be $4 signs at number 1, $3 signs at number 2, and $2 signs at number 3. And if you have to get to number 4, get your ass right back up to the funnel as fast as possible. With that being said, you guys, I also, I don't know, like I don't watch my words carefully. So if I've offended anyone with my language, I apologize. I used to be a professional wrestler. We cussed a lot. Back to you, Christy.
You're so funny. You didn't at all. I love how simple this is, because I think sometimes we get so caught up in the what do I do next part.
Mm-hmm.
But if everybody was to just take this slide and put it on their phone and then just like, okay, lead with the business, because you're right, that's the $4 signs. That's the that's where you're going to grow the most, is by sharing this gift and paying it forward to others, right? And if they say yes, amazing, we're going to launch them and they're going to do our launch stuff like we normally do. But if it isn't for them, they can host. Sometimes when people are interested in the business but they're not quite ready, do you agree? Because I say this, I'll say, you know, maybe the business isn't for you right now, but you've been kind of interested. Why don't we get some friends together so you can see what I do in person? Yeah. And then, right. And then when everyone gets there, you know, here's the thing. If everyone gets there and all these people like it, then that can be one of your events, and it can be yours if you decide that night you want to become a consultant. So I love the imagery of going from the top and helping people with the business and then moving through. And you guys, we lead with the business, and then we product line wise, our team leads mainly with the nutrition, right? So business first, we launch them with the business and the skincare if they can get both. And if you find people that the business isn't right for them and you're getting them down to host and they can't and come to your party, you know, you can ask them about the 30-day too and get them on products. So, you know, but I think that the cleanness and the simplicity of this is sharing from the top down and like making that so clear to you guys of just go from the top and go down. So I appreciate you so much for sharing that. Did you want to show something else?
Yeah, I'm just going to say, because if you're my business is mostly nutrition too. So I always want now that you mentioned that to me, I would tell you that, let's say you're leading with the business. They're interested in doing the 30 days to healthy living. Guess what? Let's host a healthy happy hour. Let's help you find your accountability team, right? Like, let's look for your accountability partners. What's happening is the exact same thing. You're working the funnel. You're just changing the words. It doesn't matter to me what words come out of your mouth. I just want to see you lead with the business, meet their network as soon as possible. And if you can't meet their network, get them to some type of an event at your house or somewhere where, like, we do healthy happy hours like once a week at Jill's. Same thing, we're bringing them to one of ours. And if that doesn't work, we're getting them some type of a product sample in what we call a results approach, through some type of container of some kind that allows us to go back and pick it up. Otherwise, we lose the opportunity to close them one more time and work them back up the funnel.
I love it. I love it. And I love that you just said they're going to do the 30 days to healthy living. Let's get you in front of your people now. Let's get an event. Because I noticed what I've done with my business is I'm like, you're going to do the 30 days to healthy living. Will you send out this text message for me? But why can't they host an event, get people in front of me and send out the text message for me? Why not? Right? Why not both? Because if you can get in front of your network and build those relationships, that's so cool. So, and that could be in person or virtually, like you said. I love this, you guys. This is so great. Angelina, I just want to say thank you. I don't want you to have to stay on. We're gonna do another training. If you want to stay on, you totally can. But we appreciate you so much. And with that, Sarah's actually going to talk about the 2 specials that are happening and how you can kind of share them right now with simplicity and ease as well. So Sarah, will you go ahead and take it away?
Yes, absolutely. And thank you so much, Angelina. That was awesome. I love the simplicity of that. And you guys, this ties right into it with these specials that we have right now. Obviously, we want to lead with the business and we want to bring in new consultants into our business. You guys, in all my time in Arbonne, I have never seen it where we have the opportunity to get 50% off of everything, like every individual item. That is bananas. I don't know about you guys, but I already like literally stocked up all my product for this month and next month, because I know next month I'm going to get GTC products. But you guys, take advantage of this, not only for yourself to make sure that you Arbonize your home and get the things you need, but also getting new consultants on right away, taking advantage of this offer. It's incredible. So I know there can be a little bit of confusion around this. One of the things that to pay attention to, the easiest thing, and hopefully this helps you guys too, the easiest thing to look for is that for consultants, once you've hit that 400 QV, the dollar amount should be around $200, as long as there's not an ASVP in there. And we'll talk about if ASVPs are in there. But if it's just a bunch of individual items, once you know you've hit that 50% off, it'll be about $200, okay? So if you're under $200, that means that you're short of that 50% off kicking in. And so what's going to happen is, as soon as you hit that, everything in your cart is going to turn 50%. The QV is going to adjust a little bit. You might be watching QV and be adding things in and being like, you know, I'm at 350. Okay, I'm at 375. I'm at 400. My price went to 200, but now all of a sudden my QV is at like 3 something, right? It might be a little bit confusing. That's because remember, just like the ASVPs, the QV, the RV, like what we get paid on, is slightly discounted. So pay attention to that dollar amount. And it's the same thing for preferred clients. For preferred clients, the dollar amount on the right-hand side should be at 240 minimum. That means the 40% has kicked in. So what that means is that they picked out $400 worth, but they're only paying 240. So here's something that I really want to encourage you guys to do with this special is help to serve your clients so that they get the best deal. And what I mean by that is, sometimes we get in our head and weird about being like, hey, you're this close away from, you know, because we're thinking that they're going to think we're trying to upsell them. But really, if your heart is to serve your clients, that's what they're going to think. So for example, I had a client, she sent me her order and I was like, hey girl, you're at 220. You're literally $20 away from like another 100 and I don't know, it was like 150 QV or something like that of more products. Like, do you want to take advantage of the special? And she was like, yeah. Like, and I'm like, I know, right? Like, no brainer. So you guys, pay attention, help serve your clients to the best that you can by utilizing our specials to help them save money and get what they need. Also, introduce them to new product lines. I want to share with you, I'm going to post this on the page, but I also do realize that there's a lot of specials and sometimes it can be a little bit like overwhelming when you're sending it to clients. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to text message like 5 pictures of all the specials and where it's like so overwhelming for the client, right? So I sent out a super simple message and said, hey girl, not sure if you saw, but Green Apple Fizz is back for a limited time. It just launched today. Well, this was when it launched. And there are options for 40% off in capital letters, your entire order of everything this month, plus free shipping, plus free gifts, plus free shaker cups, crazy sales. It just dropped and it will sell out fast. Let me know if you want the details, right? And so they're responding back, yeah, I want to know, or what is this, or I want to get this, or whatever, right? So I'm going to post this on our team page. But I really want to encourage you guys to really serve your clients, serve your wholesale consultants, make sure that they understand, offer suggestions, ask them if there's anything they want to try, right? This is a great time for people to Arbonize their home and not just keep like reordering the same stuff they always get, which we want them to get their goodies, but also like introduce them to the Botaniques line, teach them how they can swap out their personal care products at a really crazy affordable price, right? And especially with all this ridiculous coronavirus stuff happening, like teach them how they can have clean products that are going to support their health, support their immune system. It's not going to strip their skin from that good bacteria that their skin needs to fight for them, right? Like so many things. So keep in mind, again, this is just like a 150 order. If your client was 29 QV from their 150 QV order with their free gift and free shipping, you would tell them. Do the same thing with these bundles. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, another really great way to share this with them as well is to say it in these terms that this is double your savings. Like generally they only get 20% off, right? But this is double their savings. So this is huge. This is double what they ever usually get outside of the ASVP kit. So that's some good verbiage to share. And then also, if you are doing events, try to share the value. You guys, it may be kind of hard with newer people for them to understand the value of it, but you really want to break down the value. So again, the same thing if you're at an event and somebody is close. For example, they get the 30 Days to Healthy Living and they're at 317 QV. You can simply explain if they just do pick out $83 worth more, everything that they add on top of that ASVP, whether or not it's fit shoes, nutrition bars, maybe they want some extra fizz, maybe they want to try some skincare, mind health, skin elixir, make some recommendations, the full control. We have images for all of that, but let them know this is a great time to get anything else you want at that 40% off. And just takes a few things and you're going to click it right away. So basically it unlocks it, right? I think that's it. So with that, I'm going to pass it back to Christy.
Thank you. And those are for you who are new. There is a special going on right now that Sarah's talking about that doesn't usually happen, like she mentioned. So we always consultants get 35% off individual items and PCs get 20% off individual items. But right now in March, PCs can get 40% and consultants can get 50% if they hit that threshold of the 400 QV, which is points. So talk to your sponsor if this is like, wait, what? And or you can go to the source on Arbonne and kind of take a look. But just like Sarah said, try to simplify it, just being like, we get a better special than we ever do. Do you want to learn how? So I just want to share with you guys, just I want you to kind of like put your heart in a place where you understand that Arbonne is definitely not a job. We are a mission. We are part of a bigger picture. We are people who are teaching others about health and how to empower themselves. And you guys, years and years and years ago, when we started talking about Arbonne, we started talking about how there will come a day where department stores would close. There would come a day where people would be ordering all their things online. There'd come a day where holistic products would be huge. And you guys, that day is here. Stores are closing left and right. People buy online. They don't understand. They don't really go to brick and mortar stores anymore. Everyone buys online from Amazon or whatever. And we are the cleanest product lines that exist on the inside out with our healthy living and our nutrition. We are the future. Holistic living is growing 4 times faster than any other industry in the world. And global wellness is a $4.2 trillion business. You guys, we are going to be the leaders of this industry. We're one of only 5 B Corps in the world that are beauty and wellness, and top 25 in the world, B Corp in general. So B Corp stands for sustainability and health and transparency with ingredients and people over profit. You guys, we are going to be huge. So you have to align yourself with the idea of, I'm not here to build to district. I'm not here to build to area. I'm not here to build to region. I'm here to build my nation on day 1. So if today's your very first day, you lucky duck. You have landed on the mothership. You are in the right place at the right time with the industries that are growing the fastest, the products that are trending, and we are the leader of them all. We will be a household name. We are only in 7 countries right now. We're going to be in 88 in the next, 5-20 years. So are you going to be running? Are you going to be at the top? There's going to be hundreds and thousands of people in your business because of your yes. The time literally is now. I'm not even kidding you. I don't want you to look at the numbers and look at growth and look at how can I get just to the next level. I want you to put your head down, think about your whys, think about your family, think about the growth that's possible. And I want you to look at the future so far ahead of you. I literally have chills. I want you to look at the future so far ahead of you and look at what is going to happen, because I freaking promise that you guys, we were talking about when stores would close, when holistic living would go crazy, and here it is. I'm telling you the next level. Arbonne will be in everyone's house. Is it going to be because of you or someone else? This is the future. Everyone's buying online. Everyone's looking for what we have. Love people, you guys. Focus on the business. Lead with the business, because you are here because someone was brave enough to ask you. Be brave enough to ask others, and be okay if they say no. Because if they say no, they either don't understand what I see. And you guys, I see bigger than you can even imagine right now. I can't even fathom how massive my business is going to be because I can't even think that big, right? I am already looking at having 10 nations wide and having a $100,000 paycheck. That's my next goal. My next goal isn't a $30,000 paycheck or a 50. My next goal is a $100,000 paycheck and 10 wide nations, because I'm not going to stop at just going ENVP. I want to go ENVP times 10, because that means it's allowing space for all of you to rise up, and even people I haven't even met yet. Because although I've been given this gift and I have the NVP life and Angelina has the NVP life, right? And then there's 500 of us that have this NVP life. I don't want to do this alone. I don't want to do this alone. Julie says we can't do this alone. That's true. You've got to have a team with you, but I don't want to do it alone. I want to pay this gift forward, because when I was unemployed with barely a lot in the bank and I lost my job, and my best friend Katie, who's on the line, who I'm at her house, told me I needed to do Arbonne, I had no idea what it was going to do with my life. And I feel like this blessing that I've been given is not allowed to be hoarded. It's not allowed to be kept selfish. So you guys, I really want you to dig deep, start at the top of the funnel, work down from the top of the funnel, and get to work, because you're not here to build a $250 check or a $1,000 check. I mean, that's great. And if you want to, that's cool. But I know so many of you on this call want a $4,000 check, an $8,000 check, a $20,000 check, you know, like why not? Going district and going nation are exactly the same. It's just how many people are you going to talk to and share this gift with? So I just wanted to leave that with you guys. You know, dig deep, get to it, talk to as many people as you can, get in front of those 30, 40 faces, like Angelina said, every single month, not 1 month and then stop, or every other month, but every single month, right? So I'm just going to open it up really, really, really quickly to a couple questions. If anybody has anything, if you need to jump off, please go ahead. Have an amazing night. Build your nation now. And we can't wait to celebrate you at the end of the month. But if anybody does have questions, we're going to open it now. So you can just unmute yourself or stick your question in the chat box. Thank you, Angelina. You're the best. Does anybody have any questions at all? Everybody's on fire. That funnel was so simple. Everyone's got it. Everybody good? Okay. All right, you guys. Happy Monday. 1 weekend. What are you going to do with the other 3? Rock it out, you guys. Can't wait to see you rise. March on to the top. With that, you guys, I'm going to say hello and bye. Have a great night.